Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be planning the week of January 8th to the 14th in my Sterling Ink B6 Common Planner in Forest. And before I begin the plan with me, I just wanted to mention that the shop is currently open, and I had a few people ask me if I was having a reopening sale, and I won't be having a sale until end of April, beginning May, or May, early May. Reason being, with my my job role currently, I have a lot more responsibility and I don't want to overwhelm myself with that, so I hope you understand why I won't be having any sale until then, and my birthday sale will be pushed to April. It's unfortunate, but I have to make sure, my goal for the year is to be intentional, or not my goal, but my word for the year is to be intentional with everything that I do, like my purchases, my shop, and just life in general. I just want to be intentional of the things I do. So yeah, and also there will be some changes with not just this YouTube channel, but not like major changes, but I will be adding other videos into the lineup as well, even though that's like putting a little more pressure. But I know a lot of people asked me if I was doing budget videos. They're slightly different from other people's budget, but obviously to each their own, right? So yeah, I will have budget videos every other week. So I will have plan with me's every other week, and then so it'll just keep flip-flopping on Mondays, and then Wednesday video will most likely be me catching up on my last few weeks of 2023, which was my Thanksgiving week and all the way up to when I came back from Hong Kong, or like Christmas/New Year's Eve week. So yeah, and then pretty much that is that. And also, let me show you what I did as an update to the Common Planner, and obviously I want to be intentional with using this, so I'm going to use it to the fullest. Although I kind of regret the size, I probably would have gotten the A5 instead of the B6, but I just wanted to try the size out. The size is good, but I feel like even though I'm not writing as much things in here, the weeklies just feel a little cramped in my opinion. But I'm making it work. So starting off on the yearly calendar, I totally messed up on this date. So I meant to mark on Wednesdays, but I marked it on Thursday. So I'm like, whatever. It kind of messed up my, the perfection. But I'm using this, whatever at this point. So regardless, also before I should have gone through the front few pages. So I still have this card, journaling card from Squirrel Prince Co. Then I added a picture, or a bookmark of my doggy. He just turned 5 years old on New Year's Day. Then I added another picture of him because, I'm just obsessed. So then I originally had these two post-it notes on this page, so I moved them here. These are just key dates to remember for the CPA exam that is happening this year. So they changed it up. Instead of having continuously throughout the year, they have blackout dates where you can't take the tests during this period. And also the scores are released later on, which much later on, I should say. So the last exam I took, the score came out 2 weeks later. So now you have to wait at least 3 months, or 2.5 months, to get your score, even though it's computer based. I don't know. It's just interesting. So then I believe people use this for the vision board, but I haven't set mine yet, or made mine. And then this is the priority, or the quarterly review. So for this, I decided to track my Apple Watch activity. So pretty much I'm just tracking the red, which is the pinkish red marker from Mildliner. So I'm using this marker, and then I'm using, I should just pull them all out, green, and then where's my blue? I lost one marker. No. Hold on. See, I had them in here, but now I don't know where I put them. There's the yellow one. Unless I dropped it. Nope. That is very odd. Confused. Very confused. If I find the blue one, I'll let you know. I don't know where it could have gone. So anyway, so this is the green one. So I actually messed up. I meant to put the red one before the green, so this is how it looks on the watch. So it's red, which is your calories. The green is your exercise, and then you have your standing goal. So if I close the ring, then I would check it off, and then right next to it I will write down the steps, and then I can easily just go back to the dailies and see what exactly I did to like if I made like 19,000 steps, which was crazy when I went to Hong Kong. I don't know how I managed to do 19,000 steps in one day, but it was a lot. And my feet hurt. I'll tell you that. Anyway, so I can easily go back to the dailies to see exactly what I did. And yeah, and that is pretty much what I plan on using, these 3 columns. And I haven't decided what I wanted to do here. Maybe I will do like a monthly highlight of, obviously, a monthly highlight. So I haven't set up these weeks, or like, not these weeks, these quarterlies yet. Because I didn't want to commit to the whole year, but most likely that is what I'm planning on doing. And then for December, monthly, I don't know how I like about crossing off the dates, but I've been using the gray mile liner, and also I'm trying to be intentional on using the stuff that I already have, as opposed to buying more stuff. So that's why my word of the year is to be intentional. So pretty much I marked down the days that I was in Hong Kong, which is in a golden yellow, is this mile liner. I don't know what color it is, but it's the marigold color, I'm pretty sure. It was either marigold or something like that. But pretty much I marked down the dates, and then I went back and wrote down like important dates, things to highlight, like when I went to Macau, Disneyland, and all of those stuff. So I didn't mark them all down here because the dailies aren't in this planner, it's in a notebook. So that is pretty much what I did. And then here is January, and here on the side I actually marked down what kit I will be using. So now I know the kits that I currently have in my collection I will be using. So trying to be, like I said, intentional with my purchases, what I have, and all that stuff. So I pretty much marked it down for the first 3 months. So those are pretty much like, I'm not going to really change my mind unless I want to buy a specific kit, but yeah, I might move them around, but I just did it for the first 3 months because I knew I really wanted to use these kits. So that is that. And then, I should go back to January, so the highlighters. So the gray is to mark that the day has been done. And then the copper color, which is in the new pack, right? Yes, the newest pack, which is, I believe, neutrals. So, oh my goodness, yes, copper is the color. So pretty much I marked down when I was working from home, and then the beige color, oh my goodness, where did you go, beige? Beige color, I marked down that I will be in the office, and yeah, obviously I didn't want to set the entire month, but I just knew these 3 days I will be most likely in the office during busy season. So that is pretty much the monthly as an update. So, and also I marked down in the green colorway, or sage, I believe. Oh my goodness, what color is this? Olive, that I have a holiday. So there's like the fine line I marked down as like work things, obviously, but the thicker line is to mark out vacation days. So that is that. And now into the weeklies. So obviously the first was a holiday for me, so I didn't have work, so I ended up just using this area with the sidebar as like a running to-do list, which is what I had to film to catch up on videos. And I'm currently filming this plan with me, which I apologize, the first 10 minutes, or like first 15 minutes will be me updating you guys on this planner. So then, I guess, for the weeklies, I ended up just putting the olive color like across. I don't know, I might just continue using one color as opposed to multiple colors for things. So pretty much here I forgot to mark out the weather. So up here I marked down the weather for the day, or for the week technically, because I just did it one time. So I'm trying to be intentional and not really bulk up this planner, but just doodle, like be free, if that makes sense. So I also mark down when I have work hours, or like my work hours, then important things, but I usually don't really go into detail with what like happens within the day. I might just go back and like write down stuff that I want to mark down, so it kind of fills the week, but be intentional with using the weekly spread. So then I also marked down when I went to sleep. I don't know what happened. So when I came back, which was on the 28th, I didn't go to bed until 12, but then I woke up at 6 the next day. So I had like a good 6-hour stretch of sleep. And then I pretty much, after I woke up at 6, that was Friday, obviously. So I woke up at 6 a.m. Friday morning. Then I stayed up for 4 hours, right? Yeah. And then I slept pretty much from like 10:30ish to 8 p.m. I was like, what the heck just happened? So yeah, I had a almost 10-hour nap, which was insane. Like, I say nap because it was in the middle of the day, but I'm pretty sure I was just straight up jet lagged. And then after that day, I just couldn't go to bed until 3, and then I would wake up like 3 or 4 hours later. So I was most likely jet lagged, but I actually forced myself to stay up until I think Tuesday. Actually no, Monday. I decided to go to bed early, but then I woke up at 3 Tuesday morning. Then decided, because I took a nap here, so I decided don't take a nap during the workday, and then just go to bed early. So that is exactly what I've been doing. But then I fell off the wagon on Friday. I went to bed at like 10, which is still reasonable, or 10:30, and then Saturday, it's just clearly I went to bed at 12. I was like, oh my goodness. So hopefully tonight I will go to bed early. But then again, it's also the Golden Globes, so I want to watch that, but I can watch that anywhere or anytime because it's on Paramount, but it'll just be streaming next day, if that makes sense. So now going back into the plan with me. Oh, before I begin, actually, I lied. So for the dailies, just been using it the same. So actually trying not to tip in so many things, but I kind of like adding a few things that happened. So even though these fortune cookies, or like the fortunes from the fortune cookies, these weren't from this day, it was like from 2 days ago, or like 2 days prior to this, I just taped it in because I like putting them in my Hobonichi cousin. So, and also, I don't know why I was on a hunt in Hong Kong to find a Hobonichi cousin, even though I had this planner waiting for me at home. But good thing I couldn't find it, because I would honestly would have purchased it. And then, like, what would this planner be then? Exactly. So, I don't know. Anyway, so pretty much I've just been using it as, like, running to-do lists on one side, and this is how I set up the week, or not week, the day. So, this section here, so it's before the halfway mark, so there's like a dot here. So I do it 2 squares before the dot, the halfway mark, and then draw a line down. So if you guys want to copy this daily layout, you feel free. So it's 4 squares down for just the date. And then here, this section here, I would write down any YouTube videos I posted, and other stuff, like important highlights of the day. And then here is every 2 boxes is a time, so it goes from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then you get 2 extra squares if you want to write till 1 a.m. But I try not to do things now that I am in a older, or not in a older age, but being older. So trying to be realistic with my sleep schedule. Also, so here I would write down all like brain dump to do, and I don't really have to fill it out. So, and also I marked this with pencil, so after like a few days I will just erase the line, so now it looks clean, if that makes sense. So that is what I've been doing. So now, finally getting into the plan with me. Honestly, I don't know exactly what I really want to do, but I will just let it flow. So, before I begin, actually, let me get a notebook. So, whoops, almost dropped my work phone. So I'm just going to prop it up just a little bit, because obviously we just began the year, so it's not really like evenly flat. So one side's lower than the other. So pretty much I guess I will mark down the weather, but I might just do it for the first half of the week, and then I will go into the second half maybe on Wednesday, if I remember. But yeah, so I don't really have a plan here for the sidebar as much, but I should create like some sort of tracker or like a routine, if that makes sense. So I guess I will start on the weather. And don't mind me, my doodles are not the greatest, but I try. Let's see. I'm like, what? Where's the weather app? So Monday, it is sunny, and let's just try to make sure that this is centered. So sunny, and then I write the high and low, which is 31 and 43. And then Tuesday, it is rainy. That is a tiny cloud. It is 31 and 54, which is pretty warm, in my opinion. And then, okay, Wednesday just changed. Wednesday is windy. How do I even, okay. That is windy. 39 degrees and 56 as in high. So that is the weather. And then after, I think Wednesday, I will do Thursday to Sunday. And then after that, I'm going to mark out my work time. So it's the box right after. And I think, actually, don't know if I want, how like I want to mark out that I'm in the office, but most likely I will do that while on the daily spreads. So the weeklies, I don't really have to mark them out as that. So I will be working 12 hours these days. It'll be sad, but it'll be okay. So it'll be from 9 to 8. Right? Yes. And these don't have to be exact, but because I know some days if we don't have that many things to do, we'll just log off early. Not early, but in terms of early as in standard 9 to 5. So that is one, and then on to those. I also like to clean my ruler after using the mile liner once in a while, especially if you're changing colors, because mile liner has a tendency of bleeding the other color onto the paper. So, and I have learned from experience. So, and for Friday, oh no, that went a little over, and just dab off the excess ink. So I just clean it with a tissue, nothing major. So I guess after that, oh, and I also like to break off the weekend with the gray mile liner. I don't know exactly which color this is, but I don't think it's the actually I might have a new, there's a newer one that I have. Yeah, one is newer than the other, so the tip is less frayed. So that is that. Just cleaning off my ruler. Okay. Since those are marked, so I guess the next thing is actually I can mark them here that I will be in the office. And usually when I lift the marker, they leave an excess of ink at the end, so I just dab it off with a tissue. And also I want to mark off, and if you haven't noticed, I like kind of a neutral color scheme in this planner since it's so neutral, so I don't actually mind that, even though there's like some color in it. So this barely has ink in it, or like a color, so I guess I will use beige, but it is actually my cousin's birthday. Just dab off the ink. It also blends it in as well. So I just guess I'm going to write it here first. Office. And office. And then for my cousin's birthday, okay, and I guess I can go into meetings. calendar. So Monday, I have a meeting at 11. No, that's 10:30. So meeting at 10:30. And then I have a meeting at 3:30. Meeting. I have a meeting at 2:30. Meeting. And then 2 meetings from 3:30. Or actually, no. I did this wrong. Oh well. Meetings. This one's supposed to be at 2, but I put it at 2:30, which is fine. I'll be in the office anyway. It's not like I won't see them. Okay, and then this one is 9:30. I have a client meeting. Eek. So 2 meetings. Meetings. Okay. Then in Thursday, I have a meeting at 3:30. And then Friday, we have no meetings because it's a no meeting day. Anyway, so that is pretty much work stuff filled out. Then I like to go back to my monthly, see if I missed anything. Oh, the Denmark application, Queen Margaret application, I should say. I like watching history. I don't know if other people do, but, and that is history in the making. Even though I know some people are like not for monarchies and stuff, but it's still part of history. So, in my opinion, to each their own. So, abdication in Denmark. So, to prevent smearing, just dab off the excess ink. I don't know what time that is, but that's why I just marked it at the top. And, whoops, wrong month. Oh, it's also payday. How do I want to mark payday? I guess I'll use... Oh wait, I'm silly. This was the green that I used, and this is the blue. I'm like, what? Right? So I used the last page in here as like a swatch. Yes, this is the blue. Oh my goodness. I thought I was cuckoo. Or I thought I was going cuckoo, I should say. Oh, so I'm like, where did it go? So I will use this to mark payday. Payday. This is my first paycheck of my full-time job of 2024. So exciting. And I guess, whoops, wrong month. And that is it. So I have 3 videos this week. So my plan with me, week 47 of last year, I should say. And then week 48, which is, so this is Thanksgiving week. This is the week before I leave for Hong Kong, which is right after Thanksgiving week. And yeah. I guess that is pretty much it. Oh, I need to give my dogs their medication. So I like using the fine tip marker to use as like a bullet. So then K and K meds. So that is that. And I guess that is pretty much it. So I don't set up the dailies until I just write the dailies the day of, or like, yeah, fill out the dailies the day of. My goodness. So that is pretty much the spread. That's why, like, I feel like last year when I did the weekly spreads, I just felt like it was redundant because it was always the same thing. So that's why, most likely, that's why I'm flip-flopping, not flip-flopping, but doing it every other week as opposed to every week, because most likely it doesn't look any different, in my opinion. So we'll see how the month of January goes and go from there. So anyway, that is pretty much the plan with me and any updates in the shop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!